Listen to this carefully. Here's what he says, Moses. He says, now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments, which the Lord your God commanded to teach you, that ye might do them in the land whither ye go to possess it. So this is what I'm telling you. I want you to keep all this stuff as you go in to possess this wonderful land, that thou mightest fear the Lord thy God, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy son. I want you to do it, and I want your children to do it. You understand? I want you to do it, and I want your children to do it. That's important. And thy son's son. That's even more important. Not just you, not just your children, but your children's children. That's your grandchildren. Listen to this. All the day of thy life. I want you to do this all the time. We're going to get to the commandments here in just a second, specifically about dealing with children. Listen to this. And that thy days may be prolonged. That thy days may be prolonged. This is good for you. What Moses is telling this generation is that this is good for you to live a long time. Listen to what he says. Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee. Once again, this is good for you. And that ye may increase mightily, as the Lord God of thy fathers hath promised thee, in the land that floweth with milk and honey. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God, listen to this, with all thine heart, with all thine soul, with all thine might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart. This is important. This is the instruction that goes to you, to your children, and to your children's children. You are an influence on them. Listen to this. And thou shalt teach them diligently. I love that word, by the way. I love that word because I think it's a choice word. I think it's a very specific word. Not casually, but diligently teach them unto thy children. And thou shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. So all the time, here's what you're supposed to do. Teach your children. Influence your children in the way of God to keep thy statutes, thy commandments. There is no greater responsibility that we have as parents. And what happens is when we do not teach our children, there is no way for our children to teach their children. We expect our grandchildren to just come out okay. But if you haven't taught your kids, what do you expect? What product do you expect? What byproduct do you expect from your grandchildren if you have not taught your children?